Too fine. Now she's going to try and sell you stuff.
Oh,
Can you wait till after the show?
Giveaway.
There's another funny guy from miles and miles and miles away. I want you to give a huge San Rafael welcome for Engin Yeşilyemir.
I tell everyone this, when you're not schooled in America, you can pronounce my last name really, really well. Thank you, Griffin. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, rich people of San Rafael. My name is Engin Yeşilyemir, and I am your comedy exchange student this evening. I am from Turkey. I smoked a joint when I was driving from Santa Rosa to here, and then I just popped a Red Bull, and I'm now drinking whiskey, operating on my fourth language. So in an unlikely event, if there is an English scholar among you, fuck you. I've been doing this on a broken English since 2004. It's going just fine. It's going just fine. It's Wednesday. You lushes are out drinking and having a good time. That's beautiful. Are we gonna wreck this place, or this is just like a little teaser, just one beer and run home? What are we doing? Wrecking it, right? I'm all into that. I don't know how I'm gonna go up north, because Santa Rosa is like near Canada for you guys. You don't leave this county or town, whatever you guys want to call this little piece of heaven. But good for you. Good for you. So I am from Turkey. I'm an immigrant. And just like most of you, I hate immigrants as well. Not all of them, but some of the immigrants who try to bring what they ran away from to this country, it bugs me. It bugs me. For example, a lady in a hijab and then Lululemon tights and full face of makeup. You can't fool God. You can fool me all day long. Plus, hijab is the flag for women's oppression. I'll tell you firsthand, any woman who's wearing a hijab does not have equal vote at that household. I don't know how that's going to slide. As you see, I am your Islamic expert this evening. The competitive immigrant, that's a thing. The other day I got in a cab. The gentleman was from Syria. Because I went to Turkey, I went to school in Turkey. My English was a lot better, but he was definitely the better Muslim. As soon as I got into that cab, we decided to compete who the better Muslim is in that cab. I said, Selam Alaikum. He said, Alaikum Assalam. We took our masks off, and it was on. It was on. And it immediately, as soon as he found out I was from Turkey, he hit me with the question. And if I were captured by ISIS and put on a lie detector, and if I were asked this question, I would immediately fail. And they would behead me or whatnot. Nightmare question. Because the answer is yes. He asked me this. Engin, is this true that Turkish people use alcohol during Ramadan? I'm like, yes, we do. Between the two canons, we're a perfect Muslim. After that, you can do whatever you want. That's our take on it. My grandpa did it, my dad did it, I did it. Of course, this competition abruptly ended when he dropped me off in front of the strip club. He didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. But although he was the better Muslim, I was the better American. I gave him 5 stars. I'm not gonna fuck with anybody's money because they're in a disagreement with me or they don't like how I live. And let him wait for his 70 virgins. He drove me all the way up to the titties. You gotta live life when you can. That's why I think we should enjoy this Wednesday. we should wreck this place. Think about that. Think about that one more time. Being an Islamic expert, I must say on behalf of Muslims, we were a lot more comfortable when everybody was afraid of us rather than COVID. Because during those days, we could go everywhere. No one would stop you. During COVID time, you had to provide papers. You had to provide papers. And Quran says you can't get the vaccine. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh.
It doesn't. But see, we live in an age where we believe in everything we're told because we don't know shit about the other person. We don't know anything about the other person. So when the other person says, oh, in Turkey on Wednesdays, we beat our wives. And then every other week, we don't beat our wives on that Wednesday. And we beat them on Thursday. The entire office. Did you hear the country anything comes from beat women on Wednesdays? It's just like goes like wildfire. And I'm at the fountain going, Indian, is this true? You guys beat women on Wednesdays? I'm like, yeah. Did you hear every other Thursday thing? Yeah, absolutely true. People believe this kind of shit. If you sell it with conviction, right? Anything goes. Because this is America. This is America. This is an amazing place. I'm going to talk to you guys about immigrant optimism in a minute. But this is such an amazing place. You can buy a jacket in America, wear it for 17 months, smelling like smoke, and then go back to the store and return it for full refund. God bless this goddamn country. That's where my immigrant optimism comes from. Because in Turkey, everything is difficult. Everything is difficult. If you don't believe me, watch Midnight Express.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's funny you say that. Because when I first moved to the country, I must have ran into a lot of woke people. And as soon as they found out I'm from Turkey, they were like, Turkey? Midnight Express? Is that horrible? I'm like, okay, let's get one thing straight. Number one, jail is not supposed to be fun.
Right.
Number two, don't go to a strange land and commit a felony. They will fuck you in the ass. It's expected. This is not necessarily dinner talk, right? This is not necessarily dinner talk. But here we are. Did you guys know Chinese restaurants, and this is a Chinese restaurant, correct?
Yeah.
Chinese restaurants and comedy has a long history, starting in New York and Boston. A lot of the legends who are on stage today sharpen their skills at Chinese restaurants doing comedy. Look it up. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Immigrant optimism and why you should have an immigrant friend. Because that friend will bring a positive outlook to your life. The other day, a friend of mine came up to me and told me how he was struggling in life and he had a grim outlook because his parents had him circumcised when he was a wee baby, as soon as he was born. And he was concerned about all this possible loss of pleasure he might be experiencing right now. Immediately I thought to myself, he jerked off so much, he wore it out. Now he's like looking for other edges in the game. I get it. We all have problems. We all have problems. I am assuming that we're all addicts one way or another in this room. We're addicts to something. Without an addiction, human life does not work. So he is bitching and complaining about his circumcision and how he changed his life and his outlook. He's just a gray cloud. And he said, Egan, what do you think about this? I said, my friend, until you asked me, I have not thought about my own circumcision. I met my foreskin. I have memories with my foreskin. I got circumcised when I was 10. But unlike you, the way it was presented to me was glorious. It was 15 days. Quinceañera has nothing on a Turkish circumcision party. For 15 days, I had 7 pairs of suits that went with like different capes and fur that could be attached to it. I had a crown with feathers, bedazzled. I had a cane, bedazzled. They would put me in the back of a Cadillac, drive me around town with honking horns, Turkish flags waving, with band playing, pointing at me saying, this man is stepping up into the manhood. You see, your presentation to this or the book fucking you read is wrong. Look at my outlook in life, and I have memories with my foreskin. You're talking about something that you've never met before.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. And then another friend approached me. I fixed her dilemma with immigrant optimism. She said, Engin, today these planets are not cooperating the planets over here, and it's full moon, and my day is going terribly wrong. I said, worry not, sister. You said full moon, right? Let me tell you about full moon in Turkey. Full moon is a romantic thing in Turkey. People write poems on full moon. A man can only dream about kissing another girl under the moon shadow. Your shitty day is 100% your responsibility. Buckle up. And the pinnacle of my immigrant optimism arrived at the beginning of this pandemic. I have 2 daughters. I own my own business. We are being bombarded with doom and gloom news. This is the beginning of the pandemic. We don't know what's going on. I'm afraid. You're afraid. I'm in my backyard, walking up and down, trying to figure out how I'm going to manage the girls. I can't die. I need to look after the girls. I can't die. I need to look after the business. I just can't die. They can't die. How am I going to do this? As I'm walking back and forth in the backyard, my chest started to cave in. I was like, oh God, oh dear, oh God, what's going on? Ow, ow. And then there's heart disease in my family. Dad had a heart attack and then got quadruple bypass surgery. I'm thinking, oh dear God, is this it? This is it? This is what's going to take me out now? This is what's happening? Not COVID, but a heart attack and whatnot. And right there, the Turkish optimism kicked in. I thought to myself, well, if I die right now, I don't have to worry about any of this shit anymore. And then right at that moment, I farted. And my chest pain went away. So the moral of the story is, stress builds gas. My name is Engin Yeşilyemiş. Thank you for your patience.
Good stuff, buddy.
It's a thought.
Oh, God. I never saw my foreskin. I took it when I was a baby.